Cut that.
And welcome to
the
Jenkii show.
to the Jenkii show.
Episode
In your language, how do you spell 12?
Barcelona. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Onos.
Onos.
No, that's like 11. No, it's not even. I just made up a word.
It's episode
Onos.
12.
It's episode 12, baby, of a Jenkii show.
Of the Jenkii show. We're here. We're going to be here next week. We'll be here the week after that. And you're not going to want to miss out on that. So if you're watching online, hit that subscribe button. Bell icon as well.
Ding.
So that you can always get notified of another Jenkii video. But some people aren't watching. What are you going to do if you're listening?
If you're listening on audio, then make sure to rate that 5 stars, baby. 5 stars.
5 of the finest.
And is there do you subscribe? Do you add to something when you're listening?
That's a good question. What do I do? Let's say I find a new podcast, right? I think it is like I subscribe to it. Oh, I follow.
Follow
Give it a
us.
follow so that it comes up in your little feed.
Boom. There you go. And then you can download us. And even if you're like me and had some troubles recently with 4G, which I got to the bottom of in the end, which is kind of dumb, actually.
Finally got your 4G back.
Yeah.
Was it like you were just living on 3G back in the like dark days?
It was just, so basically in my phone there's a setting for like network, data network, and I clicked on it and that was on. So I was like, okay, so I'm not being an idiot with my cellular data off, like my data roaming off or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But it was still not on for like 2 weeks, and I was like, something's not right with this. I've moved so much. I've gone into London now. Like, surely, why have I not got signal in London? And then I went into like loads of settings, went into like a SIM setting, and it was like, get your data from, and it was like either SIM 1, SIM 2, or off, and it was an off. So I'm like, how? So I must have activated like airplane mode or something, but then I've done that since, and it's been fine. But I must have activated some sort of like hyper turn off mode. And it's somehow like...
I think that's what you did, activate the hyper turn off mode.
Hyper turn off mode, man. Gets me every time.
Samsung, is it?
Yeah.
Samsung, you're on blast. Okay? We need sponsorship from Samsung now, and it's a working phone. Right? Fast Threat aren't coming through the door, but we could get that Samsung money. That's a bag if we got Samsung money.
Gee. Woo! And it's so funny, because I swear everyone on Samsung adverts has an iPhone.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
I've seen... breaking music news. I've seen Charlie XCX doing like a Samsung advert.
Yeah.
But like you can tell that the camera that she's using for all her videos is like an Apple camera.
Yeah. It's like, it's so funny.
Yeah. Get that bag. And if you want to give us it as well, we'll do a little collab with Charlie XCX.
Yeah. That could be us, because I think, my contract runs out for this phone in a week.
Oh, so if they want to snap you back up, give us the bag. What up?
Before I switch to Apple, baby.
This guy's
Pay
off.
up.
This guy's off. We're an apples and pears only pod.
Oh,
up the apples and pears.
Oh, steady.
Listener, I hope your mind didn't go where his went.
It didn't go anywhere.
Apples and pears stairs for people outside of Cockney area.
Dog and bone.
Phone on the old whistle.
Oi.
Yeah, there you go. Syrupy fig.
Syrupy fig?
Ever heard of that one? Got an absolute syrupy fig on him.
Rig.
Nah.
Big.
Rig probably back when that was made. Rig probably didn't mean that, or that wasn't talked about like that.
Yeah.
It's actually wig.
Wig.
Got an absolute syrupy fig on.
Oh.
Very
Are you seeing his...
My favourite.
Hi... No, I was going to say hi Barnet.
Hi Barnet.
But then that would be Barnet.
Yeah.
Damn.
There is a literal place called High Barnet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the pod, guys. 5 stars, remember. And now we're getting to everyone's favourite bit. It's the question of the week. Come on. Another week, another question. This is the segment where I ask AJ a very simple yes or no answer question, and he will then answer it. And hopefully he will answer it short, but sometimes it just ain't. You're meant to get to know him a little bit, but I don't give you the whole thing.
Oh.
I'm like, that's what they do on
Teasing it
TikTok
out.
now. Yeah, they never give you the whole thing, but they show you all the workings. That's how I like to think of this feature. So today's is a very simple one. This week's question of the week: have you ever sleepwalked? Ooh, a stumper.
Do you know? I don't know. I
Really?
honestly don't know. I've been like super drunk.
Right, yeah. See,
But
yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like I don't
know.
count that.
Yeah, do you know, I think I haven't because I am such a deep sleeper.
Oh, you've never been able to wake up halfway.
But oh my god, that reminded me of a funny story actually.
Oh, fuck.
So, one time, I just gone to see The Woman in Black.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Great film. Terrifying.
Really, like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
like quite, like I wasn't too bad, but like, yeah, it was pretty, I think, like scary.
Yeah. I went to see that with a girl. Bad choice,
Ooh.
because I was scared.
Oh
So
my
it
god, I should
definitely
have back in the
didn't
day
help.
in the cinema with a girl and then
Oh, man. And she'd be like cozying up and you're like, oh my God,
And I'd be like,
she's giving me
whoa,
my signal to be
jeez.
the guy. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
God, I'm
Yeah.
getting
Yeah, I'm
loads of
scared,
signals
I'm
now.
scared.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Jesus.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, man, why did we choose a horror film? Because I'm scared.
Yeah.
But if anything, like her cuddling up to me is like reassuring me. If anything, it's like the traditional roles of like switch. I'm like this scared guy, like nuzzle up to me a bit closer. Oh yeah. So wait, you went to see The Women in Black. Let's not talk about me being scared of The Women in Black with a girl.
Yeah, so I just seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember if I was in game mode. I feel like I was. I feel like I was with the boys.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like we probably went to see it with some of the boys or something. I think we saw it with school as well once.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, definitely saw it as a play as for school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But this one was like the more recent film version or whatever. And yeah, so I just got to see it. Didn't think it was too scary. I wasn't like too scared.
Okay, you were like,
But
yes. Cool.
on the topic of sleepwalking, so I was in my bedroom, and my auntie had been out on like a crazy night out.
Oh,
Like,
she'd been out on the absolute pisser.
crazy, yeah.
Come on.
And like in the middle of the night, all I can feel is like,
Oh my God.
and I'm like, and I look around and all of this, my auntie's like,
For
like,
listeners at
so
home,
drunk.
AJ basically just said all he could feel was a clawing. What?
was
Like clawing at you or like
Kind
on
of,
the bed?
yeah. So it was like I could obviously feel it. Like someone's trying to wake me up.
Yeah, but in that like split moment
I
before you're awake, you just feel
Yeah,
like
so-
movement.
Yeah. So to describe it from an audio perspective, I was like rolled over on my left, facing like the opposite door, and I could just feel like almost like a hand, just like kind of small hand pulling me, like pulling my shoulder,
To
like,
the underworld.
like trying to like just like drag me and turn me, and like I was like no, and I look at it's my auntie just suddenly there, like face like vacant,
Yeah, just
like literally just like what, like, and I was like what the fuck? So I literally just get out of there. I just literally ran out of there, ran into like I think probably my sister's room or something.
grabbed the cross on the wall and just started running out with it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe she was at uni at the time or something. So I just run into my sister. I'm like, I'm staying here tonight.
I'm
like,
locking
screw
this.
And then and then I get woken up by my mum, and she's like, Aaron, why have you puked all in the bed? Why are you puked all in? And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I haven't puked in the bed. I've been sleeping in this bed. I haven't even slept in that bed.
She probably thought you puked in the bed and then ran away. Yeah. Very like you, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Maybe you did. Maybe this is all just cover up.
yeah,
We'll never know.
I stitched up my eye though.
Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, and then yeah, I had to explain myself. I was like, that wasn't me. All right, that was my auntie.
That's the and that's the closest to sleepwalking we've got.
That's literally like my close experience of sleepwalking is
Someone
basically
like-
sleepwalking in on me.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, sleepwalking towards you. Even if
Yeah.
she wasn't asleep back in her head, she's kind of asleep because nothing's actually like happening up there. It's
Yeah.
just like the motor neurons.
Yeah, and it's just like
Shoot. Wake up.
Yeah, like almost like yeah, in whatever stage it must have been like, do you know what? I don't want to puke in my own bed, so I want to puke in this bed and then go back into my own bed.
Yeah, into my nice fresh bed.
Enough sense to think that, but like that is literally as logical as it gets.
And it sounds like she was kind of trying to roll you out of the way. Like, oh, you're going to want to get out of the way of this thing.
Yeah.
And you were like, what?
What the hell?
The hell? Wow, okay, that's terrifying. So, no, never sleepwalked.
No.
For everyone back home, you're learning so much about this man. Never sleptwalked. I don't know why it says sleepwalked on the thing that I read.
Sleepwalked?
Yeah, instead of like sleptwalked. That sounds really weird now that I say it now.
Sleptwalked. Sleepwalker. Yeah, no.
Sleepwalked.
Sleepwalking.
Walked. Yeah, walked. Yeah, it works. Okay, yeah. So he's never sleepwalked.
No, but I kind of felt like I was sleepwalking this morning.
Ah, he was sleepwalking.
Because this weekend I had that weekend in the Kenny we mentioned.
Oh yeah, the Kenny.
My
favourite Milton Keynes pub.
So,
except for the Eagle.
Nothing beats the Eagle.
We should actually get sponsored by the Eagle, for God's sake.
Why
have we talked about the Eagle like in every episode? I swear it's been name dropped every episode. People are going to search up the Eagle and it looks so funny. It looks like, doesn't even look like a pub.
I reckon I could get us a gig in the Eagle at some point. But we'll have to wait for like a few, because there's no point going in there like just now, because they'd be like, get the fuck out.
Shout
we want more football.
Shout out to everyone at the Eagle, because they do have music that they spend money on. It's kind of what my mind was thinking, and I skipped ahead to the money bit in my mind. So yeah, I've seen them like get a DJ in.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I've seen people like set up instruments in there.
Yeah.
When we were in there for like the Euro final or something. But yeah, I mean, that's a rough vibe. Woo.
Yeah, the after parties would be that involve fighting probably.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll have a fight.
I remember being in the Eagle for the Euro final, and do you remember like the kind of like landlord managery guy?
Oh yeah.
Ended up getting into like someone like lobbed a chair at him or something.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And he was like, right, come on then.
He was
bit of you, bit of this.
He was bang up for it. He's like, I'm going to knock these guys out. I was like, fair's on this guy.
And then it fully started kicking off at the end as well.
Fully started kicking off.
And everyone was like, whoa, okay, jeez.
Yeah, I remember being like, pretty far from home now, baby. Time fight or flight. Shout out the Eagle.
Shout out the
Eagle. Good stories, good times, good friends.
Which I guess kind of makes sense, actually. If you think of the vibe we've just described, that kind of makes sense why this occurrence happened.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to protect the identities of my fellow brethren, I'm going to say...
My fellow brethren. When was the last time you heard someone say
my fellow brethren?
That voice, my fellow brethren. Thank you, broski.
That's so part.
Yeah. I'm going to protect my fellow brethren. Yes, very much so.
Yeah, where's my backy, my fellow brothers?
Yeah, where's my brethren?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so you're going to protect your fellow brethren.
I'm going to protect my fellow brethren.
Bredders.
And say that I spent the weekend with Sally and Sheila.
I love Sally, and I love Sheila when she gets coupled.
Oh,
God, she's so much fun.
Sally and Sheila are quite a pair when you get them together.
Quite the bear. Apples and pears, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, yeah. So you're with Sally and Sheila.
So
are Sally and Sheila actually girls in this, or
no?
They can be anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like. Yeah. So gender is, as we all know, irrelevant.
Love it. Yeah. Safe. This is a safe space. Safe space for that type of thinking. Yes.
So I'm with Sally and Sheila, yeah?
You're with Sally and Sheila, the brethren.
Well, actually, on the first day, I'm just with Sally. And
Sheila didn't get the
on
invite.
Friday, yeah. So we plan to meet Sheila on Saturday.
Okay.
But on Friday, me and Sally, we're cooking up. We're getting some, and I just want to say, I do not condone the use of any substances. However,
episode 12, we're putting our hands back up and saying, do not copy anything that either of us do or take anything that we say in any way seriously, except for subscribe and give us 5 stars. Thank you.
Thank you. But for the sake of education, and so you can learn from
all education,
our experiences to do better than us.
Please do better.
Disclaimer. Yeah, we basically I picked up some really nice Cali.
Woo!
And Cali's pretty strong. Like, it's not like your standard stuff. It's like yeah, there's just the smell of it's really bright and whatever, and it can really knock your face off. And
knock your face
you really knock your face off.
Hi, do you have anything that will knock my face off?
Yeah.
I'm really looking for that.
What strain would you like today, sir? Oh, I'll have 3 grams and knock my face off. Thank you very much.
You've still got some of that in? Oh, yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah, I did the last 3 grams. Though. Yeah, I'll have it.
Okay, yeah, so
yeah, I'd basically... One of them was called peanut butter breath. One of them was called jet fuel, which was I'll have some knock your face
literal
off.
jet fuel type, yeah. Well named.
It was very well named.
Peanut butter breath to me feels a strange name for it.
Yeah,
breath.
like
the inclusion of breath is weird.
Kind
of peanut butter.
Yeah, well, peanut butter kiss.
Yeah, that sounds better. Ooh,
breath.
Peanut butter kiss. Although kissing someone after they've had peanut butter sounds horrid.
Peanut butter snog.
Ah, flip. Okay, so you cook up with peanut butter breath.
Yeah, so I've got 2 batches here. I've got a batch of peanut butter breath and I've got a patch of jet fuel.
Yeah, you and Sally.
Me and Sally. And
Sally.
so we say, we'll save the jet fuel for tomorrow. Let's have a piece of the peanut butter breath. And sure enough, we try it, got a nice walk, nice safe setting.
Yep.
No issues, no qualms, felt wavy as hell, but it was
Blessings, many blessings to him and his brethren.
And then the next day we were like, okay, so I originally was like, should we see Oppenheimer or something?
Yeah.
But then Sally and Sheila wanted to go the Kenny to watch the football.
Oh, okay.
I was
Classic Sheila. She can't get enough.
Yeah. So then, yeah, Sheila's like, okay, well, yeah, let's go the Kenny or whatever, get in for whatever time.
Yeah,
Kick off.
girls getting free.
It was, I believe, it was like Man City. No.
Yeah, I believe it was Newcastle versus Man City.
No, it was a match before that one.
Oh, the one with
Yes, Man United.
Tottenham.
That was it.
Yes.
Yeah, because
ransacked
Sheila
them
supports
2-0.
Man U.
Oh, baiting Sheila out. Only one Sheila that supports Man United.
And so we take.
And they got pumped, right? So Sheila's not happy because they got pumped by Tottenham.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So we get to the pub. We have some of the jet fuel.
Woo!
And bear in mind these things.
A pint.
Yeah.
Jet
Exactly.
fuel in a pint, classic.
And these things take like 2 hours to fully kick in. That's the kind of catcher that can kind of really catch you out.
So you're like, this isn't hitting. Let me have like the other half. Whoa.
Things like that can happen.
Yeah. Okay. Double dropping.
But in this case, what more happened is more like, I'm just gonna keep drinking pints like I would do.
I'm gonna
usually.
sendies, right? Yeah.
So we're in there, we're watching the match or whatever, and then I'm starting to feel like, okay,
whoa,
giggly, like giggling, all of that.
Yeah.
I'm getting really excited and happy, but bless poor old Sally, like, it's starting to get a little bit.
So you, Sheila, and Sally have all done the same thing.
No.
It's just affecting people differently.
At this point, I've had. So me and Sally have had one. Sheila hasn't yet.
Oh, okay.
Sheila's kind of waiting to see what happens to me and Sally.
Yeah, you can use like the test button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously after about an hour, I'm like hyped.
I'm like what
giggling.
up?
And then bless, like Sally's like starting to feel like this like negative, which can happen with these things. You get negative. It's all about mindset, and it's all about like being in the right scene and setting. Because if you've got stuff on your mind, don't ever take stuff because it will just make that worse.
Just make it bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay, yeah.
So
see, we're learning. Don't ever do any of this. But
there's a good ways and bad ways.
If someone has done it, this advice could be helpful, perhaps. Yeah. But we do not condone.
And then so we're drinking. I stuck to like ciders because they're gluten free, and like for me that just helps.
A little bit of sweetness, come on.
Yeah, a little bit of sweetness.
Something sweet in your life.
And then like yes. And Man United end up getting like obviously trampled.
Yeah.
And then at this point, I'm like I'm getting pretty rowdy.
Oh no!
I'm starting to get a bit wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they started really randomly setting up like a jazz thing. Like I was like, what? And then so then we can't watch any more football because they've like covered up the big main TV.
Oh.
And then so it was like
the jazz,
random.
The jazz took importance over the football. You couldn't have them at the same.
Yeah, you maybe could have gone down the other end, but at this point,
score a bloody goal.
Yeah, but at this point, I think maybe at half time, or whatever. Like we basically then Sheila's like, oh, I want in on this. Like you're hyping.
Oh, Sheila's that I
You're
want to
like,
get on this level.
Yeah, you're like going crazy. You're like
Yeah.
getting way into the football, which and for me it was just funny because like I didn't support either team, so I was just chanting like when everyone else was chanting.
Yeah.
Like, when everyone else was chanting, I was just like, yeah,
Just loved being
just
involved.
stir it up, just be like, come on,
Yeah.
hey.
Come
Like
on.
another goal goes in for like a different team. Whoa, come on, everyone in that. Like just stirring it up.
Yeah.
And then like, oh bless, like Sally's like not looking great. I'm like, oh no, we need to go outside.
Oh, no.
Let's go outside, and literally like it must have been like a combination of the beers, like eating edible stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? 'Cause at this point we're probably like 5-6 in. But
To all my young listeners out there, I believe what's been described is the beginning of something called whiting.
yes,
We've all been there. We've all whited. All you have to do is drink to whitey, trust me.
Yeah.
Like, you can get out your head.
it's very easy to get it mixed. And then literally, yeah. So then I had to take Sally on a walk around the corner to let loose.
Smart.
And then we come
decision.
back, and then just as Sally's like starting to feel better, I'm starting to feel good, and I'm like, Sheila, what are you saying? And then Sheila's then like, oh man, this is just nah. Like, what is going on?
Manly voice for Sheila. Ah, mate, what's going on?
Yeah, like,
I'm on my mind.
no, like, and I'm like, and literally, it's like, this is fudged. Like, I am so. I mean, literally, at this point, we're in this pub.
What's happened
And,
to
like,
Sally's at this point?
Sally's now come
Sally's
back.
kind of got
Yeah, Sally's
back
like, oh
on.
yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better.
Nice.
But now we've got it's just kind of we're just turns of time. Now it's me and Sally are now supporting Sheila.
Oh,
rather
right.
than me and Sheila
So
trying to support Sally.
Sheila's-
Like it's like
Sheila's
flipped.
like, I'm so fucked now.
Yeah, like I'm
Right,
getting
like bad fucked. Not
Yeah.
like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, like,
Sees
on,
the
like,
ceiling.
maybe not quite there yet, but like to the point where I can see it's getting like pretty
Okay,
bad.
yeah.
At this point, it's like 7, 8 or something, and then we send it like have a few more drinks, whatever. It's kind of jokes, but then yeah, gets to the point where like even then I'm like, oh my god, because at this point I've
Whoa.
had another half. So I like when because basically Sheila didn't want to take a whole one. Wise, very wise. So we split one. So I'm 1.5, and then I'm there like, oh no, like this is getting a bit. If you've ever had it, where you're walking through Amsterdam and you've just been on it all day, and literally just like, I don't know where I am. I have no idea where.
I don't know
am.
where I finish and you begin.
Yeah, and so literally I was like, right, had to call the cab, get us home ASAP. We ended up missing the Newcastle match. I don't know if they were showing it, to be fair, but like,
Oh yeah, it was on like BT Sport or something. I remember.
Yeah.
They like changed over provider between the two, so fair enough.
but yeah, we ended up coming back here.
That's so long.
Didn't see the match that we wanted to see for Sally. We saw Sheila's match, not Sally's match, because
Yeah.
Sally supports fucking Newcastle.
Newcastle late.
And oh my goodness, like it was just it was flipping. It was kind of okay. We kind of got there in the end, but it's when we got back to mine, like people were just like everyone's like people were like, I need food. I was like cooking up stuff. We like ordered food, and like packets of crisps just got eaten like. And then it got to the point, like, I've got to go home. And I was like,
I've
no,
just
fairs.
gotta go home.
And then it was like,
beep.
beep. I will beat that. Sheila I was like, I am so done. I can't do it. I don't. I'm just gonna have to pass out. And we're like, yeah, no, cool. And we just went into the front room and basically just like passed out. Like I woke up at 1 a.m. Just like looking at the TV, like, oh my god, Sheila, I've got to go to bed. It's like, yeah, no worries. I am still.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I am so cooked.
Oh my god, some cooked old bars.
And then honestly, even today, and this is like 3 days later, I'm still semi-cooked. Like there's still remnants of those brownies in me now. Like, whoa, my gosh. Be careful with Eddie's, guys.
I tell you what, people, today's podcast, episode 12, has been the Dare to Not Do Drugs podcast, okay?
All right.
You don't need to do drugs to be cool, okay? Hear how cooked Sally and Sheila got. Okay?
Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
By not repeating them.
Do as I say, not as I do. That is kind of the motto of the Jenkii show. Do not do as I do.
And goodness gracious, If you want to hear more ways of how not to do drugs, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, get us in your sub box. And if you're listening on audio only,
then 5 stars, follows, downloads. You want to make sure it's downloaded. You don't want to be checking in on your 4G, making sure you can play it. Get it downloaded. Take that from an experienced listener, all right? Get them downloaded. Episode 12. Get this one downloaded. Well, you've already had it downloaded. Episode 13 will be out next week, and you get that one downloaded. And then tell me that your listening experience isn't better. What up?
What up? Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do it.
Do as I say, not as he does. Be suit.